Let's see here. How about Tito, Woodbridge, Virginia, the great WMAL. How are you, sir?
Pretty good. Thank you for taking my call, Mr. Levin.
Yes, sir.
I'm very grateful for that you have. And I'm going to tell you experience that we people from Latin America have about Congress or Senate people that destroy the Constitution and take over the government. In Latin America, we have countries like in Honduras, where Zelaya and the socialists and communists try to destroy the Constitution and take over the country. Same thing we have 10 years ago with Hugo Chavez. We came to power, we changed and hope, and duped the people in Venezuela and changed the Constitution and ran all these laws with regard of the Congress or the Senate. And he changed everything there, and basically people in Venezuela lost all the rights. I want to tell you through
and you know what, Tito? Happening in Bolivia. Obviously, it happened in Cuba. It's happening in Nicaragua. And where are you from exactly?
I was born in Colombia.
Yes, sir.
And I came here many years ago. And I tell you, I never thought that I was going to fight socialists in America. Unfortunately, we have it in our Congress. We have it in our White House. And this is disgrace. If this would happen in Latin America, people would be rioting and people would be destroying the White House to take those people out of the house. I'm telling you, I don't know what Americans are waiting for, but we have to protect our country because these people are not good. These people are destroying the foundation of our Constitution and the foundation of the principles where this country was built upon. And I'm very grateful that you have a show and you have here a grassroots man that is going to fight for this country.
Well, Tito, it's an honor to hear from you, my friend, and God bless you. I appreciate it, and thank you for telling so many people what's at stake here. You take care now and call any time.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
All right, you too. And, of course, we don't advocate any violence here. But Tito is making a very, very crucial point. They're taking this magnificent society, this incredible nation, and look what they're doing to it. And for what? This president and this Congress has come as close to any government to destroying the financial well-being of this country of any before it. They are at war right now with one of our closest allies, and I'll talk about this later, the little tiny nation of Israel, which is facing one of its greatest threats ever, a nuclear-armed Islamo-Nazi regime in Iran, with Hezbollah armed to the teeth in Lebanon, with Hamas armed to the teeth in the Gaza Strip, and our government is viciously smearing the Israeli government and its officials. It's beyond belief. Talking to the elected representatives of that little country in ways they would never, ever talk to a dictator, a genocidal maniac who's taking control of any other society. And this is crucial. There's something about the left that finds representative government repulsive, whether it's here, whether it's Israel. And yet it embraces Hugo Chavez, wants to make nice with the Castro nut jobs. You never hear them talking about the nut job back in Nicaragua that Reagan had chased off, or Bolivia, or some of these other countries that are going red. You don't even hear this president talk about the Sudan, or Congo, or any of it. It's freedom they hate. It's the individual they hate. And as I've said 1,000 times, and I've written in a book that sold over 1 million copies, this is their idea of nirvana, of utopia. Individuals cannot be free to live their lives as they wish. They must be put down. They must be controlled. And if they will not follow whatever they're told to do, they must be punished, repressed, what have you. Look at the eyes of these politicians who are promoting this government-run health. Just look at them. These people aren't well. They're like high on their own power. Look at their conduct. They're frenzied behavior. Obama flying off to this city, flying off to that city, meeting this guy, meeting that guy, putting off this trip, running around. What the hell is this? And the more we hear him, the more we know he's lying through his teeth. If he told those lies under oath, he'd be in prison the rest of his life. He'd be in prison for 50 lives. I mean, it's just amazing watching these people. You are watching, as I've said before, you are watching the rise of a soft tyranny. You are watching the rise of tyrannical politicians. You are watching a government that is out of control. When in the last week have these compassionate politicians talked about job creation? Oh, I know they talk about passing a bill here or there, but when have they talked about giving the private sector a break so we have more investment and research and development, capital formation, if you will, so businesses can expand, so businesses can hold on and hire people, pay them decent salary? When is the last time you've heard them talk about this? They said a couple months ago this is what they were going to focus on. Does this look like they're focusing on that? They're focusing on destroying our Constitution in order to give us something we don't want, to impose it on us. When is the last time this Congress did anything for the citizen? It does everything to grow the government, to create more entitlements, to create more programs, to create more bureaucrats, to create more regulations, to raise your taxes, to spend more money. When's the last time this government did a damn thing for the individual or for the family? It's handing out your cash by the trillions to their favorite groups, their favorite causes, trying to build up their coalitions. Listen to this one in Politico. Labor and progressive leaders, that means Marxists, are threatening House Democrats who oppose health care legislation with potentially destructive third-party challenges in November. Now, I read this in Politico by Ben Smith and Gabriel Beltran. Has this been on the network news? No, it hasn't been on the network news. But why wouldn't it? When conservatives challenge liberal Republicans in primaries, it's as if, oh my God, where's the big tent? Look at this, the right-wing Nazi racist nutjobs. They're taking on the beautiful people. They're taking on the intelligent people. Meanwhile, these union boss thugs and their Marxist allies are saying they're going to run third-party candidates in order to take down the Democrat. Barely a peep. See it in Politico? I don't see it anywhere else. Barely a peep. It's amazing.